Welcome back to the channel. Broken Bobby's Transformation. Give me a second and we'll get going here. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I didn't do much of anything yesterday. I just kind of kicked it. Didn't work. So spent some time with my grandkids, which was nice. Hope everybody's doing well. It is Sunday night. And we're going to talk a little bit about people with felony convictions in the trucking industry. My thoughts on that. So if you're rewatching this, just go ahead and jump forward to probably about 5 minutes in or so, and we should be going. So there it is. Welcome in. Welcome in. What's up, Tap? First like, that's right. Hope you're doing well, brother. I'm hanging in there, doing the best I can with what I got, you know? So, but did you are you on the move already, bro? Or are you still stuck in H-Town? So I dropped a little content during the week. Did a short, and then I did a video, and I plan to. I'm going to continue with that. I'm trying to increase the volume of uploads I do, but trying to sell this car and get. Oh, I hear you, brother. Yeah. Damn. Well, that sucks. I know gas is a lot cheaper out that way. Gas is ridiculous in Cali right now. What's up, Blake? William, how you doing? Welcome in, everybody. Do me a favor and hit that like button. Share it. If you know people that enjoy this sort of content, it really helps with, getting the algorithm going. I'll be gone in a week or two. Okay, yeah. Well, I wish you nothing but the best with that, bro. Glad you're doing well, William. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Like I said, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about felons in the trucking industry. A lot of times you get in trouble, you go to jail or you go to prison, you get out, nobody wants nothing to do with you, especially depending on the charges. But like when I first got out, I went to Warner Enterprises over in, I believe it was Fontana. And, it seemed ironic to me because they didn't want to, I was trying to get into the trucking industry. They had a good training program and everything, and they didn't want nothing to do with me, I'll be taking a break from here once I leave. I got a warrant in Kansas squashed. And, oh, I hear you, bro. Okay. Hopefully nothing too serious, I'll definitely keep you in my prayers, brother. But yeah, I went over to Warner Industries, took a bus, took me like 2 hours to get there from San Bernardino with the walk and everything. And, at that time, that was 2007, maybe. They didn't want nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? And I was kind of blown away by that because, my charges were drugs and, like basically, some people might say trafficking. It was possession for sales. And I guess they were concerned that I was going to be selling drugs at the truck stop or something. I don't know. Maybe transporting drugs in their trucks. But, the thing is, a lot of these companies, those trucks I mean, damn near everybody at this point, they're all on GPS. Excuse me just a second. You know, them trucks are on GPS. They know where them trucks are at. I ain't going nowhere with your truck that you're not going to be able to find. And, you know, that just blew me away. So I had to keep on grinding and keep on pushing. But nowadays I hear, you know, some of these companies like Swift, like they'll pick your ass up at the prison. So, you know, the industry's definitely come a long way. And, you know, I think it's a great opportunity for some felons to thrive, you know. Uh, you know, once you get done with your training and everything, basically you're in that truck by yourself. And it's not really that different than being in prison. You know, it's like being in prison with a gate pass, basically. You're in that cell or that truck all day long, driving, or all night long, depending on how you work your schedule. And, you know, and then when your day's done, you stop at a truck stop, you get out, you go get your shower, do whatever, and get something to eat. You know what I mean? So obviously, it's a lot better than prison, but some people maybe wouldn't like it because you're in that truck by yourself a lot, you know. But for some of us, that was a good thing because there ain't nobody to get into it with, or uh, you know, the times I drove team, it seemed like it was always an issue with somebody or something. So, and a lot of the guys that I trained, uh, you know, were convicted felons themselves. So, you know, it's definitely there. Yes, I am, honey. Thank you for joining us. Uh, Taft says oil fields is another industry where you can get out and make more money than the administration at the joint you just got out of, right? Yeah, and absolutely, that's another. You know, a lot of guys get out of the pen and they're in probably the best shape of their lives from doing the mandatory workouts and whatnot. And you could definitely put that to use when in the oil field, you know, because that's it's hard work but great money, you know. Hey, Claire Bella, how you doing, baby girl? Love you. So, but yeah, trucking for me was definitely a good thing because I had the mandatory, you know, random drug tests. So, you know, I knew I had to keep myself right just in case that test came up. And the money's a lot better than most warehouses you would work in, or, you know. So, uh, make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't already. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep that content flowing a little bit better. I started off flatbed. Is it fit pole? Yeah, I started off flatbed, and now I'm a yard hustler now these days. But I started off flatbed, then I went to dry van. I've done reefer. I've pretty much done a little bit of everything. I've done oversize, you know. Hey, Luca, what's up, baby boy? So, yeah, I've kind of done a little bit of everything within the industry. Never done like no super heavy haul or anything like that, but done oversize. Like one of the first loads I ever pulled when I was still training, we were doing oversize. Uh, we were doing 70-foot beams. That, you know, the trailer's only 48 feet, so quite a bit of hangover. You know what I mean? K-pop Demon Hunter fan 6'7". That's all my girl's daughter says, right? Yeah, and that's my granddaughter. She's all into that as well. But yeah, I've done a little bit of everything in the industry. Now, like I said, I've been doing yard for like the last decade, and it's a hustle in itself, you know. So, what's up, Ozan? Ukrainian, Ukraine, UA, Ukraine, Turkey. Huh. So yeah, that's kind of, and I think in the industry of trucking, like it really does. It helps you to keep your head on right because, okay, well, welcome, Ozan. Appreciate you tapping in with us. Yeah, it was good for me because all of a sudden the money was better and I didn't want to mess it up. You know what I mean? Don't mess with the Zohan recently, and it was hilarious all over again. Hello, it doesn't. Yeah. Anything hilarious lately? No, not really. I did watch a movie last night called How It Ends. I like the apocalyptic type stuff. And that movie, some of those movies just pissed me off, and that was another one. Pretty decent movie, but I never really figured out how it ended. And that's the thing for me. Like I like the movies to be complete. It was about this guy's girl had just moved to Seattle, and him and the girl's dad didn't really see eye to eye, and something happened on the West Coast, and all the power went out, and like it went to like a martial law kind of thing, and they were trying, him and the father were trying to get to Seattle to, you know, I don't want to say save the girl, but you know, to reunite with her, I guess you would say, right? And um, yeah, like it just, I don't know. There really wasn't an ending. It ended with he had found the girl and they were heading to Canada, and that was it. But we never really found out what happened. That they thought it might be an earthquake, it might be a nuke, uh, all these things, and it never really explained what had happened that caused that. So yeah, that was yeah. I didn't like the way it ended, but I mean it is what it is. So, but yeah, I enjoy those kind of movies. That's kind of been my jam lately, I guess you would say. But so what's everybody up to on this fine Sunday? What's up, Robert? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Murder mystery podcast. Yeah, I like all. Yeah, definitely the Adam Sandler stuff. Oh my God, I think Happy Gilmore is probably one of the best movies ever, in my opinion. And I just heard, well, that's not good. Your name is, I'm going to call you Giraffe. I don't think it would be cool for me to call you Dumbass. But Giraffe, yeah, hey, you be safe, bro. Keep yourself inside. I grew up in a bad area too, and I have this bad tendency of when I hear gunshots outside, I tend to go outside and see what's going on. Yeah, that's a good one too. 51st Dates. The Wrong Missy was great. Adam Sandler didn't even star in it, he just produced it. Okay, I haven't seen that one. From New York State. Oh, that's right. Well, shout out to New York State, Robert. You upstate New York or totally different world than the city, right? Yeah, Adam Sandler movies are the best, though. Oh my God. What was the one where? No. How far is it from Peru to New York? We're talking about felonies, convicted felons in the trucking industry is the overall topic, but you know how we do it. We're kind of all over the place wherever the chat takes us. And we're on Adam Sandler movies right now, which is a great topic because, Yeah, I love his films. He's awesome. What's the one where he has to go back to school? I don't remember what that movie was, but Ball Striker Bandito says Western. You drive for Western Express? That I got hired by those guys. Never pulled a load for them though. Billy Madison. Yes. Opinions on incoming energy lockdowns. That's an interesting topic. I hope we don't get to that point with the fuel and such, which I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. I know right now the Strait of Hormuz is a mess. I hope I said that right, but heck no, I'm confused. Talking about California and our brownouts that happen every summer, but they want everybody to drive an electric car. And I live in California, just for the record. So, yeah, it's crazy here. So expensive to live here, you know? Yeah, Western Express definitely hires felons. They didn't have no problem putting me on, but then the way they treated me just wasn't good. They sent me on a truck to Nashville with another guy. Couldn't drive, just kind of along for the ride to get there. And I was supposed to do flatbed training. And uh, the first week came and they said, well, we're overbooked. You're going to have to wait another week. But they failed to tell me that my Com Data card had money on it, which I was unaware of. Like I was still new into the trucking industry as far as major carriers, so I had no clue how that worked. I knew I had a Com Data card, but didn't know how that really worked or anything. And then the next week, the next Monday came along and they said, sorry, you're bumped again. You'll start next week. A Com Data card is it's like a credit card for fuel and expenses while you're operating their truck. And you also apparently got pay on it, but I didn't know that. So the second week they bumped me from the class again, and I'm over there like the only meal I'm getting basically is at the yard every day for lunch, and didn't have any money for anything. And I finally told him, you know what, you got to send me back. You got to send me back to Cali because I'm starving over here. I'm a steel broker. Steel is up 115%. We are talking to other companies, and I don't know how anyone will afford building it. Yeah, that is crazy. Hopefully, they get it figured out. You get a company credit card, it means you're important. Well, I mean, you got to be able to put fuel in the truck and buy like oil or whatever you may need, or pay for repairs. But basically, it's not like an open credit card. Like you got to get authorization for everything with that card. And so they put me on a Greyhound home, 44-hour ride from Nashville back to San Bernardino. And I called that card and there was like $400 on there. And I'm like, $400 available. So, like I said, well, shit, I'm going to go to the ATM and see if I can pull some of that 400 out. I'm still, oh, is it? Okay. Why is everybody so divided on that? Why do you even care if I do support Trump? Like, I don't get that with society today. Everybody gets their panties all in a bunch over if you're a Democrat or a Republican, or if you're MAGA. Who cares? No, let it ride for now, Cora. Like, I don't care. I don't care who you support. If you don't support the guy I support, that's cool. But I will say this: whoever's in that office, I want them to do well, whether they're Democrat or Republican, because we all do well when the president does well. So I'll just say that, bro. Let's not do that boogie. If you're attacking people in the chat, then you know what I mean. Let's not do that, okay? We don't do the politics in here. We might hop on the fringe of politics a little bit, but we're not going to do that. That stuff's too divisive. It blows me away how divisive that stuff is. People need God. They don't need a a savior in the White House because that's only a temporary spot. You know what I mean? And even if your guy does get elected, he's gone in 4 or 8 years. So uh, I don't know why people get their panties so much in a bunch over that shit. But absolutely, that's right, Tapwood. So you had $400 on your combatant's card and you took it. I sure did. I sure did, Bull. Uh, so, like I said, I'm desperate. Like I don't got no money for food or anything, and I called that thing, and there was $400 on there, and I said, "Let me go to the ATM and see if I could pull this shit out," you know. And sure as shit, it gave it to me. You know what I mean? Off the com data, yeah. So all of a sudden, I felt like, holy shit, like I got a few bucks here, you know, and ate pretty good. Had a nice pack of smokes in my pocket, and I was ready for the rest of that trip, you know. Unfortunately, I think I had made it all the way to shit. I was like damn near done with the trip. I think we were in Colorado or something. So I was only 12, 15, 18 hours. I don't know. I wasn't that far though. The majority of the trip was over by the time I figured out I had money I could use. And in all honesty, had someone from Western told me that before I left, I probably would have stayed. So that's why I say that I don't think it's a good company. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe things have changed now, but at the time, yeah, it was just like it was, and I was new into trucking, so I had no idea what was going on. You know, I didn't know the right questions to ask or stuff like that. So, and the fact that they deal with so many new drivers, you think that they would be more informative to those new drivers and hey, you know, you're going to be here for another week until we can get you into class. But on the bright side, that Com Data card has your pay from last week on it. So you do have, you're not broke like you think you are, even though, you know, $400. I mean, this is 20 years ago though. So, you know, it was a little something, but yeah, that they just left a really bad taste in my mouth as far as the way they did things. There were some good people that worked there, don't get me wrong, but you know, why would you send me all the way to Nashville, three quarters of the way across the country to be a part of a training program when you didn't have a spot for 2 weeks out? Poor planning once again, you know? So, what's up, Big E? Glad you're able to join us tonight. So, yeah, you know, I mean, trucking for felons, I think, is a great thing, but you just have to be careful about the companies that you sign on with because a lot of the companies that are real quick to put felons in that seat are going to treat you that way. You know what I mean? And we don't need that, you know? Damn. It sounds like Cora's about to put you in a timeout, eh? So do me a favor, hit that like button. You can double tap the screen or however you do that. And subscribe if you're new. My last couple of I did a video and a short last week, and they were both trucking related. And I think we're going to keep pushing in that direction for now, uh, just because, that you know that's where most of my knowledge is these days. You know, I work for a company. I do yard for a warehouse, which is part of a much bigger conglomeration, I guess you would say. Uh, you know, big box company, well known all over the U.S. I'm sure you've all been into one of their stores. So yeah, that's what I do these days. Everything now is metrics. How many trailers did you move in a night? Uh, did I? It's been hot, bro. It's how many trailers did you move in a night? How long did it take you to move the trailer? Uh, like everything is documented. Like they can literally sit in the office and see. They can pull up your truck and watch you move around the yard, like Big Brother to the next level. Like it's kind of crazy. Um, but at the same time, I'm no longer an over the road driver. I don't have to sleep in that truck. I go home every night to my wife and my kids and my grandkids, and you know that's what it is. So I mean, it works for me. But I started driving cross country, uh, sleeping basically at truck stops in a truck. Uh, what happened, E? You said you had a bad day. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Tell us about it. Let's talk about it. Try not to light the stogie on camera because I think it limits how much the video gets out, but I'm terrible about hiding it. My bad. But yeah, what's going on, Big E? Talk to us, brother. But yeah, the thing is, I'll be honest with you, for the first 2 or 3 years driving cross country, it was a cool gig because I was seeing so much stuff that I had never seen before. And to be honest, I was kind of blown away by, oh wow, this is Chicago, or like when the first time I got near the city in New York, uh, like that skyline, it's incredible, and there's quite a few skylines that are incredible. And if you've never driven across the country, 70+% of the time you're just out in the middle of nowhere. The only time I did anything close to team driving ball was when I was training, new drivers for May, and cut all the color cut of my hair for a job interview. I ended up not getting the stupid job, so now I'm stuck with a big forehead. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Don't even worry about it. Cora says like and subscribe or you're all getting banned. Yeah, like I did team driving with this owner op I worked for, but that was real brief. And honestly, that did not work out well for me at all. Uh, it's just too confined of a quarter for two grown men or two adults to be functioning in, like, and everybody's got their own personality. Most people drive trucks because they don't play well with others, if I'm being honest. And or they say you're running from something. That's another one they say. I don't necessarily know that, but if you don't have strong ties at home, then trucking's great for some people, and some people, uh, that works for them. Maybe they're antisocial and they don't want to be around people. So, Jose says, I'm a janitor. Awesome, bro. Glad you could tap in with us. Absolutely. Paul says, if that's your biggest problem, you're doing okay, E. Just saying. I agree. Because your big forehead is showing. Come on, Biggie. You're good, bro. Sometimes a shitty job, but I get it, bro. Being away from your family. And yeah, and absolutely. And that's absolutely true. And, the thing about trucking also is like you're going to miss a lot of things that are happening at home. So it's hard. So what I suggest is you get on with the company, you get your experience, and then you find that local gig to where you're home at night, because there's nothing like being home at night with the family, and being able to, be a part of what's going on at home. So yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, that makes it tough, Jose, with the DUIs. You, how you doing with that, bro? You still drinking or what? Because the channel's based in sobriety, so Maybe if you are, you should think about maybe finding an AA meeting, Alcoholics Anonymous, to help you get over that hump. Because people call my generation the laziest generation, but when we go out there and try to do something with our lives, they don't want to give us opportunity or experience. You know what, Biggie? I'll tell you this, bro. I'll tell you this. The thing is, you're going to have a lot of doors slammed in your face before you do find the right opportunity, right? And maybe it's just God's plan. Maybe you weren't meant to be at that particular job because it wasn't for you. But keep trying, bro. You know, a lot of times, like, you got to put a lot of resumes out before you're going to find the right fit for you. But when you do find it, even if it's a job you don't like, you hang on to that job until you find a job that you do like. You know what I mean? You were over the road, and when you would come home after being gone long, I'd be so happy. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, the felonies definitely don't help. The highest says he's got 3 DUIs. Damn. What's up, Andre? Is that Andreas? And Andy. That's on. I'll pray you get a job ASAP. I know you got this. Absolutely. I was in a halfway house, but I was constantly getting into squabbles. Your no was too active, so they showed me the door. And it happens, Jose. I've been in halfway houses where I did a video about that actually, where we all got kicked out of the halfway house because the the guy that was running the place, he had pedophile tendencies and some of the shit he said, and he ended up getting jumped. But yeah, Boss Striker says never worry about what people say or think. Do what's right for you.
What you doing?
Well, you know what I'm doing. What's up? You want to say hi real quick?
Yeah.
All right, this is Claire Bella. Say hi.
Hi.
You got to put your head over here so they can see you.
Hi. I said hi on your live.
I know. I seen you, baby. So, get my CDL. Now, unfortunately, the highest with the DUIs, that's going to follow you wherever you go. How old are they, though? Because as they get older, it gets easier. You know what I mean? To a fight because somebody stole my Ben Davis shirt. Yeah, and it happens. That kind of stuff definitely happens. You get in those halfway houses, you're around criminals, basically, for the most part, addicts, stuff like that. And if people aren't serious about the change, then you get that type of behavior. Okay, 2 or 4 years old. If they were all 4 years old, I would say you might have some action, bro. Have you gone to classes or done AA or anything like that? Because, when you're presenting your case to somebody and trying to convince them to hire you, being able to say that, hey, I've been going to AA and, those little chips they give you, bring that chip and show them, look, I got 6 months. I just took my 6 month chip. I go to AA, I participate. I do all of this stuff because I'm working on bettering myself. Get off your record, depending. Yeah, absolutely. If you just hopped in the live, like the video, says Cora. Thank you, Cora. So, love and peace. I hope everyone had a blessed day. Yeah, you too, Reaper95. Appreciate that. But I don't really drink like that. LOL, just being unlucky. Yeah. I hear you. I was drinking just trying to miss the potholes. Oh, try being cool. I told the dude, hey, bro, I think that's my shirt. His response was, what are you going to do? Oh, wow. So I took off. I mean, what else are you going to do, right, Jose? I hear you, bro. I mean, in those kind of environments, that's kind of, if you don't react that way, then what's going to happen? Everybody's going to fuck with you, So, although I don't condone that type of behavior, I mean, I understand the politics behind it, right? So, it happens. So the Camel Crush, because they got rid of menthols in Cali. You can't buy menthol cigarettes anymore. You can still buy Newports, but they're non-menthol. Because Big Brother decided that cigarettes were bad, menthol cigarettes were bad for us. I'm not sure just yet. Ezekiel, what are you doing? Hold on a second. I got to close this door real quick. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button. Share the stream. It really helps with the algorithm and getting the message out. I got to wear a bunny costume on Sunday. Money is tight. So, hey, bro, I completely get that, Jose. And to be honest with you, when I first paroled, I worked for Liberty Tax. I stood on a busy corner wearing a teal colored dress as Lady Liberty. And that was one of the most humbling experiences of my life. But the pay was decent, and nobody wanted to hire me. So I did what I had to do, you know what I mean? And I held on to that job until I found a better one, We going to the park and having an Easter egg hunt. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I guess we're going to the park. I don't know either. Yep. Oh yeah, that was rough, Right, Jose? I mean, damn. I didn't even see Andy's comment. You would love to see me. I'm sure you would, Biggie. Oh boy. Yeah, but the point of that is, you do what you got to do. If you have a family or whatever, or even you're just yourself, you got to eat, right? So you do what you need to in order to start building that reputation in the job market. And you do the job that you're doing the best you can. That way, that way when you apply for that next job and you put the job you're currently at as a reference, they will give you a good reference, you know what I mean? And you start working your way up the pole, That's not a bad price at all, actually. How many miles are on that thing, though? Highest? It was a joke. That's why I didn't time him out. All he said was, I like the live, but you got to. Yeah, no, that was cool. That was all right. No worries. So, my teal was a Chuck E. Cheese mouse from. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we do what we got to do, right? And to me, there ain't nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, you got to eat. You got to put a roof over your head. 1.5 million, but the engine only has about 200. Oh, okay. All good, Biggie. So yeah, engine was redone 250 ago, huh? That sounds like a decent price to me, bro. If somebody were in the market for one. Hard to get anything for 10 grand these days. And if you do the proper maintenance and everything, you'll definitely get your miles out of it. I mean, at 10 grand, basically you're all profit. You don't have much of a truck payment, if any. And, you start working towards getting something better. But, yeah. So, just smoking a cigarette, JBV. Hope you're doing well tonight. For drunk driving, funniest shit ever. They took him to the county jail. Oh my God. That is crazy, Jose. So Chuck E. Cheese was that wasn't in LA County, was it? That would be a wild one. Uh, come for you, E. Hello, I just thought. Yeah, yeah, it's all good. That's crazy. Man, I never been locked up with a Chuck E. Cheese, with Chucky, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna work on try to get some more content going. That way, I have some stuff for during the week. Like I said, I'm leaning more towards the trucking stuff now because that's more of my area of expertise these days. But you know, you could definitely throw some suggestions out there if there's something you would like to hear about, or if you have any questions. Have you gone down the hill, down that hill in Chattanooga? I'm sure I have. Uh, like I said, I did about 4 years, 4 or 5 years over the road, and spent a lot of time back in the East in the Midwest. I'm not sure which one in particular you're talking about, Ice, but I know there's some pretty good grades out there that, you know, if you're not paying attention, they'll catch it. They'll sneak up on you. He worked at the Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, he was in Fontana, so he went to West Valley in that suit, or did he go to CDC? That's still funny as hell. All right, guys, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. We're trying to work on growing this channel. Yeah, West Valley, been there, been there on several occasions. Went to see first time I got arrested. They took me to CDC in San Bernardino, and yeah, some definitely some interesting times for sure. The worst county I think though was LA County by quite a bit. Actually, LA County was probably worse than prison, even if I'm being honest. Got some big rats in LA County. Those that pretend they are in jail, prison, and pretend they snuck a phone. There's some people that actually do, though. Q. Um, hey, what's up? XER Solus. I'm doing all right, bro. I hope you're doing well also. Yeah, there's some people that actually do stream from prison. How was LA? LA sucked. To be honest, that was the worst place I ever did time. Food sucked. Uh, Extremely violent environment. Um, Basically, everybody was a gang member. They had gang units, but those are for prison gang members. And, you know, yeah, LA County sucked. I think the first time I went there, I remember I got processed into Men's Central. And typically you go up there for a day or two and then they send you out to Wayside. And while you await your trial or whatever. And I come into the cell. And a lot of times when you were coming into the cells, it was so crowded, you'd be a floor sleeper, or if you're lucky, you got the top bunk, right? There's this big ass Southsider all tatted up. He's like, hey, Wood, you get bottom rack. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool, good looking. And I lay down, I'm exhausted. You very well could be shanked up for sure, Cora. I'll come back to that in just a minute. But so I took that bottom bunk, I lay down, I'm half fallen asleep, and Freeway Ricky went running by. San Bernardino is grimy, I agree. But probably the biggest rat I ever seen in my life. That thing was huge. And I don't think I slept much more that night. I was waiting to get called for Wayside so I could get the hell out of there. Didn't really see the rats and stuff at Wayside, but Min Central, holy cow, you know. And as far as what happens if you don't want to participate in gang activity, uh, the California system, you're going to run with your people basically. You don't really have much of a choice. There's safety in numbers, so you do what you have to do. Not everybody is all tipped up like on the gang activity type of individual, but you're going to do something to support the household and your people. You know what I mean? Anything positive coming your way if you're not, yeah. And Tapwood said it perfect right there. Shout the homies from Verdugo. Yeah, shout out to Verdugo. I got family from there. There, you got a life to live and enjoy. Yeah, I appreciate that. 8280, I'm gonna call you. What if I wouldn't know about that? Yeah, shout out to all of them, Jose. Absolutely. You from San Bernardino or what? Lot lizards are prostitutes at the truck stops. No, but there are so many that are getting sold out by family members. Like, yeah, Tiffany is not even in jail. She's using the money she's getting from YouTube. Huh? I'm not sure what you mean there, Q. To eat an expensive steakhouse. Every steakhouse every night. She's fake. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Yeah, pretty much, Cora. What's up with all the yard dogs? No, but Matt, lots of down homeboys. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I grew up in San Bernardino, Jose. We moved out of there right around 2020. So, yeah, definitely a lot of solid individuals from there for sure. Enlighten me, please. I don't know if that comment. Let me go back to that comment. Lizards, what's up with all the yard dogs? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Taft. Yeah, I'm not sure. What? Yeah, for sure, Jose. Definitely. Shout out to San Bernardino. A lot of love for San Bernardino. Like I said, I grew up there. Like I went to school there. All that stuff. I ended up going to prison from there and coming back. That a yard dog was a male. Oh, yeah. I'm not too sure about that. I haven't heard that term, but could very well be. Could very well be. Uh, Nowadays, like what I do, a lot of people call us yard dogs or yard drivers. Uh, you know, there's a lot of terminologies they use for us. The white boys in San Bernardino are solid too. Yeah, there's definitely some solid ones. You don't see a whole lot of woods out of San Bernardino, but there's definitely some solid ones. And there's was a skinhead presence at one time. I'm not sure if it's still there or not. I know there's a lot of IE skinheads, but most of them are out of Riverside County. But yeah, I don't think I met. I might have met like one or two woods out of San Bernardino. Alaska Outdoors says, I'm about to start going live while fishing. Oh, that's cool. I got banged on last time I was at the Waterman Discount Mall. They were 4 deep in a Regal. Oh, shit. Yeah, that Waterman Discount Mall ain't no joke, bro. I remember when that place used to be Kmart back in the day. Yeah, the AV. Actually, the guy that did my tats was from the AV. He was Rotten from Apple Valley. Or not Apple Valley, Antelope Valley. I'm sorry. I misspoke on that one. But yeah, Rotten from Apple Valley did my ink. It was shit, we were bored in reception and we basically opened up a a paper clip and sharpened up the edge, and it was pick work. He did pick work to do these tats. So yeah, there used to be a bunch of skins out of Fontana as well. When I was in high school, there were a lot of skins in San Bernardino. So I told a story about that uh, on YouTube where I went to my first day of high school. It kicked off between the skins and the blacks. Uh, is that right? That's cool. You definitely do, Taff. You definitely do, brother. Like each name basically took probably about a day. Like I said, we're in reception, and the funny thing is, when when he finished my daughter's name, Cora, right there, like it got infected, it was swollen, and they came in and shook down the house and stripped us all out and uh, did like body checks and getting too much work done. Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh yeah, like Paris, Hammett, like there's quite a few out there in Riverside County. Yeah, I think there. I don't know. I don't want to speak on something I don't know, but there may be some Peni out there as well. Could be wrong. I know in the county jail there definitely was. So yeah, I know when I was in Hammett there was a bunch of them fools. Uh huh. Eastside Rivas. What's CB? I don't. I'm not familiar with there. P9 in Bakersfield. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. So what is it that nobody cares about? Why are you broken? It's Broken Bobby's transformation. I was broken. I don't know. Maybe I might still be a little broken, but I was addicted to drugs, doing time, all that kind of stuff, and I turned my life around. No, not even close. They're whites, but they're further up the pecking order, I guess you would say. Is in prison. Oh, Casablanca. Yeah. Okay, I got you, bro. Yeah, Pinar's skinheads. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of that. But Emmett's very surprisingly, it was very active. Very, I couldn't believe. Like I lived out there for a while, and oh my lord. Mm-hmm. Yep. No idea, Baca. No idea. I don't follow the sport, bro. But if you want to talk about football now, we could do that. My Niners are building that team that's going to hoist that trophy next year. So, I'm sorry, challenges to overcome. What are you doing nowadays? Nowadays, I'm a truck driver. Uh, is that mold? Uh, and that was why I wanted to make the topic up tonight about felony convicted felons in trucking, because that was one of the things besides strong family support that helped me to turn my life around, like, and it's a occupation where felons are generally accepted. Yeah, no, it's definitely popping out there, bro. Oh, okay. Broncos or Eagles? Neither. Niners. Where did you live? Where? What are we talking? Are we talking about Hemet? Or Hemet has gotten expensive? Yeah, everything's gotten so expensive nowadays. It's crazy. Watch. I'm not on Twitch. But if anybody is, they could definitely go over and support the homie. You know. Hey, what do you guys think? Is the camera quality look a little better? I got a new phone last week, so I think the camera quality does look a little better, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, Stuart, I've lived all over the place though. I lived in San Bernardino. I lived in Long Beach, Garden Grove, Hammett. I've been all over. Do I go? I'm not on the road anymore. I'm a yard driver now, so I'm home every night. I typically try to go live on the weekends or Monday. Yes, sir. What's up, Christopher? How you doing? So, yeah, sometime when you're on. Oh, it's a lot better. Okay, great. Thanks, Q. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was considering switching over. Every time I upgrade my phone, I always consider for like 5 minutes jumping over to iPhone, but you know, 2002. Could I get a CDL? I think so. I think so. That's really old, bro. You're talking 24 years ago. Um, I definitely think so. I would definitely look into it, Stuart. I think you could. I think somebody said earlier 5 to 7 years it tends to fall off the driving record. So, being that it was like 24 years ago, I think you should be good. Right, Tav? Man, I'm telling you, bro. All my stories about incarceration and stuff are from that period. Isn't that a trip? Like that is like I'm nothing like the man I used to be back then, like it's man, it's a lifetime ago already, bro. Look at that. Great minds think alike. Like yeah, man, that's wild. A life sentence ago, right? Yep. Dudes that were getting life back in that period are coming home now. It's crazy. And isn't it even crazier that that became a hustle? That people that got life sentences are now some of the more successful folks on YouTube, at least in that genre. That's the crazy part, Tav. That is the crazy part. Like, I think about that all the time. I wonder where some of my old cellies are these days, or if they're even still alive, to be honest with you. Because, the drugs were such a big issue, and, I didn't really keep in touch with anybody, you know what I mean? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you should be good, Stuart. What's up, pink statue? Yeah, so, man, that is crazy how long ago that was, you know? It's like my last felony conviction was August the 9th of 2004, and that one sent me to prison. And now, like if I apply for a job being in California, they uh damn user. And you're admitting to that, bro? I don't know. I don't know if I'd be putting that information out on the internet. But you do have kind of a generic name and it doesn't look like you have a picture, so I guess you can get away with it. Man. Oh boy. I lost my train of thought on where I was going from there. But yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we keep it rolling for a little bit or should we call it a night? Yeah, I still want to try to record a video, at least one video tonight. That way I got some content to put out during the week. Um, Users everywhere, right? Squealed. He said, I did 4 years for barnyard sodomy. Man, if that ain't an open book, I don't know what is. Is that considered one of those S crimes? Like, would that be bad paperwork? Where are you from, user? Let's explore this a little bit. Or I may not be engaging constantly. I got something. Nah, you're all good, Taff. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, no cussing. So where are you from, user? Oklahoma. So when you present your paperwork to your cellie on a charge like that, are you considered like one of those S offenders? Or in Oklahoma, is that all good? Are you just one of the homeboys on that? Oh, you went to PC. Okay. Check his paperwork, right? What are you a user of this tap? I agree. Like, come on, bro. Like, oh my God. I was I was about ready to wrap up, but I'm kind of having fun now. Meth. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I was a user of meth too. You clean these days or what? You are a goofball, says James. Barn animals, says Andreas. That's right. Okay. Doing that nasty ass shake and bake. Man, just banged a. Oh, wow. Damn. You're probably not sleeping anytime soon, huh, user? Not my goat. Man, you need to get some help if you just banged a half a gram like that, bro. Jeez. That's sounds like you still got some issues you're dealing with, brother. Not that kind of attention, though. Lord willing, yeah. Have you ever gone to NA, bro? I don't know if you're trolling me or not, but oh Lord, not you too, Andreas. Jeez. We're gonna have to start a new group called Farm Animals Anonymous. My name is Bobby, and I am not attracted to farm animals, whether it's dark or not. Jesus, guys. Okay, good. We're having some fun with it, though, and I appreciate your input there. That's pretty good. I mean, not doing farm animals, that's not pretty good in my opinion, but I don't know. Andy, it's been 2 days since I touched my goat. So he makes the rounds, huh, James? Okay. That's all good though. We had a little bit of fun with that. Oh. Yep. James spotted it. Why are you looking at my cow like that, bro? Oh boy. Now they're all coming out. Donko? Donko Yote? God. What has this become? Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new here. We need some trolls that have something different, you know. Andreas brought the baby oil. It's okay because it's my sister, he says. What state are you in, Donko? Nah, I didn't, bro. Leave my duck alone. Oh boy. Duck, duck, goose. Who has the Diddy party toys, says James. You're no longer welcome to my farm, bro. Why are you lathered in butter? Oh my God. He's trying to commence the donkey show or what? Oh my God. He's like, come here, little burro. He prefers the olive oil. Wow. Probably the organic olive oil too, right? That way no animals were harmed making this olive oil. Oh boy. Oh, we're having a great time here, aren't we? It's like there's 18 in here. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. I'm in Texas. The good people of the state will keep it, Texas. Well, good for you. Good for you. Let's all meet up at a barn. When in whose barn? Well, I don't have a barn here in lovely sunny Southern California, but I got a barn with all the toys in it. I appreciate the star. Rap God sent the silver star. Appreciate that. Sports Jazz fan is finally back. Wow, what's up, man? How you feel about all the players that you lost in free agency? I'm already talking shit about the new season. When my massage place got raided, I just hit the barn. Oh my God. You messing with the pigs and sheep, but you worried about your health. Did I miss something there? Lordy, lordy. So yeah, I hope everybody had a good weekend. Back to business tomorrow, I guess, huh? See how that goes. That is the wrong kind of cardio, I will say, James. Good job getting sober, big dog. I appreciate that, user. Yeah, man, I'm hanging in there, you know. Get the three ditties in here. I know that was a classic one, right? Man, feeling good. Still have our core in that. In fact, ready for another run at the championship. Feel like we're the second best team in the NFC, but we'll see. Who's the first best team? Jazz fan? Are you talking about the Rams? Rams. Okay, yeah. Soon be working AI people. Recently got clean off opiates. Well, that's good shit, user. Uh, congrats on getting off the man. Those opiates are tough, bro. To be honest with you, how much clean time you got now? Man, one day at a absolutely, yeah, that's right. One day at a time. Yeah, they did. Sounds like you're going to be spending some time alone, Stuart. Who is the second best team in the NFC? A user said 2 weeks off the opiates, man. Shout out to you, bro. Definitely congratulate that man in the chat, guys. 2 weeks off the opiates, man. Like hearing that, like it's inspiring to everybody. You know what I mean? So, man, just keep that going, bro. Somebody said, it's just one day at a time. You know, man. Your dog got run over by an ice cream truck. That sucks. Who is the second best team in the NFC? The Niners are the best team. Despite our losses, we had. Yeah, I imagine it was rough, user. You know, keep it up, user. I recently overcame it. Keep pushing. Absolutely. James Gross says Seattle one and done for real. I agree. You should get free ice cream for life because they killed your pooch. Oh my God. You're going to be live for, but I'm heading out. All right, Biggie. I appreciate you tapping in, brother. Why did cheat wife wasn't. Yeah, if you're not joking about the dog, then yeah, I agree with Q. Definitely very sorry for your loss, man. I'm a dog lover myself, and man, that hits harder than anything. Losing your best friend, you know what I mean? So yeah, if you're not joking, yeah, I'm really sorry for your loss. Know what to do. See what Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Okay, my favorite team is the Cleveland Clowns. I hear you, bro. Hey, hey, and you know what? I actually like the Texans, Stuart. To be honest with you, D'Amico Ryan's the coach over there. He was our defensive coordinator before he went there, and you know, hey, I appreciate that user. I appreciate you subscribing, and once again, man, congratulations on the sobriety, man. That's uh, such an awesome accomplishment, man, and I'll keep you in my prayers, bro. Definitely. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. I'll try to get some content out, and if everything goes well, I'll come on and hit another live tomorrow night. So be on the lookout for that. I appreciate everybody tapping in. It's been a pretty good one tonight. You know, like yeah, it's definitely good to be live again. Have a good night, everybody. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Yeah, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. You know. Anyways, everybody have a wonderful night. Faith, family, fitness, and freedom are the things that I will are the things that help me get my life together, and they can help you as well. About my teams, yeah, we'll definitely be back on to talk some more shit, Jazz fan for sure. So be on the lookout for that, brother. But you know, like I said, the trucking industry, one of the definitely one of the best industries for convicted felons, ex drug users, stuff like that, because of all the you got to do your medical card, you got to do random drug tests. Like you are not free to just do what you want. You know what I mean? So uh, definitely, if you're newer into sobriety or have dealt with issues of being locked up, look into it. You know, there's a lot of programs now that make it a lot easier to get that CDL. So you know, check it out. But like I said, shout out to everybody that participated. You guys are what keeps this thing moving. So much love and respect to everybody. Uh, even the trolls. Don't look at the mountain, just start climbing, as Taft Wood said. Have a good night, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one.